Wow, what a lovely reception, thank you. I'm also coming up on 50, I know, right? But I don't have any husbands, I don't have any ex-husbands, I'm not dating, nothing like that. I just have cats. Yeah, 6 of them, because that's how much I hate myself. And I play Dungeons and Dragons, so yeah, I have lots of happiness and no men in my life. Apart from my friends, but I'm very, very glad that they're here, obviously. I love you. So, I'm a vegan. Oh, nice reception. We don't like to talk about it much, but I thought I like to get that out of the way quite early on, in case anyone needs to leave, having been offended by a woman that won't put meat in her mouth. So, sometimes people like to leave at that stage. But you can tell I'm a vegan by how svelte I am. Obviously, a woman that doesn't get enough protein. Because it's not all kale and quinoa, is it, vegans in the room? What vegans in the room? We had some cheers. Oh, half of one. Vegan maybe can be tempted by cheese occasionally. But yeah, vegan, one of the first things you learn is chips, donuts, hobnobs. Yeah, you can still eat all of those. So yeah, no need to be a skinny vegan. No, you can be a fat and happy vegan. But it's quite a stressful thing, being a vegan, as vegans in the room will know, because one of the things that people are often saying to you, apart from, where do you get your protein, is, but what if you find yourself on a desert island? Not one of the good ones. I mean, they're not talking about the Maldives, obviously, something like that. They mean, like, you wake up and you can't have your Weetabix for breakfast because you've just been parachuted onto a desert island where there are inexplicably no edible foliage, no bananas, no mangoes, just a lot of presumably very confused livestock. Also wondering why they're there. Just me and a pig looking at each other like, is this some kind of herbivorous Hunger Games situation? What are we going to do about this? But I mean, I'm at the age that I listen to Radio 4, so I'm familiar with Desert Island discs, so I know that as well as my records that I can't play, because there's presumably no electricity into which to plug my record player on this island, if there aren't any vegan snacks, but I do get a copy of the Bible. So presumably that's my weapon to kill this pig, is to beat it to death with a copy of the Bible, or bore it with the works of William Shakespeare. So, Hamlet, presumably. Yes, my own joke. Yeah, so what would I do if I found myself on a desert island? Well, I'd probably be very confused for a while and then get trampled to death by an angry pig. I think that's what would happen. As people don't like vegans, they think that they can sometimes come across as a bit holier than thou. But I have to tell you, I have recently discovered I am in fact a god. It's not as good as it sounds though. I'm not one of the good ones, like Cardia, or it might be Cordia, I couldn't read my writing, but she's the god of door hinges. Who knew we needed a god of door hinges? But Richard Osman said it was a thing, and Richard Osman obviously can't tell any lies, so she's a god. So, yeah, can you imagine when the god things were being handed out and you're standing there, oh, god of fire, please be god of fire, please be god of fire, thunder, thunder. Oh, Cordia, hinges, door hinges. What's a door hinge? We haven't invented people yet. But no, I've discovered I am a god of entropy. Entropy, this went down really well last time I did this with the one chemical engineer in the room who was so excited that I was talking about entropy. But it's the basic heat death of the universe, the tendency for everything. I've got a minute to tell you about entropy. Brilliant. People study this for like years. Yeah, so unlike the idea where if you're going through a bad thing, things can only get better, is a lie. Because everything always gets worse. So whatever you're going through, it will get worse. And the reason I know I'm a god of entropy, I'll do this really quickly. It starts simple. You lose your keys. You lose one shoe from every pair. Your toaster breaks. Your microwave explodes. And then it ends up with, this is absolutely true, your car continually goes on fire. I have people in the room that can attest to this. First time I went to Chelmsford to perform, I just locked my car accidentally in a multi-storey that I didn't know closed. We got a taxi home. Second time, we started driving home, car goes on fire. Yeah, so I had to stop, get a taxi home. But the reason I know I'm a god of entropy is when I got into the breakdown lorry to go home, it broke down. And I've since got another car, it also went on fire. So it's absolutely true. So yeah, so beware the event horizon around my hole, I think, is the moral of that story. Because I will suck all of the energy out of the room. There's not even light escaping from there. So, and I think that's about my time. So thank you.